Hi, my creative peeps. It's Craftin' Just Because with Chris Cowan. And today we're playing with the Sweet Candy Canes bundle or suite of product. And it has coordinating designer series paper. And then it also has coordinating dies. Where did I put the dies? Right here. And so it cuts out the candy canes, the large candy canes, both ways. There's also a big piece of, that'll make a background paper. I made some cards with the glimmer cardstock and cut that out. So it's a fun set, really cute and easy. But I wanted to show you how to make a stand-up easel treat box. So we're going to go ahead and get started. You're going to need, for this project, one sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock. Okay. We're going to cut a piece of cardstock that is 4.5 by 11 3/4. One that is 4.5 by 10 3/4. And then one piece that is 4.5. Let me get my side out. 4.5 by 6 3/4. Okay. Then we're going to score on the 6 3/4 by 4.5 inch side. We're going to score it at a 1/2 inch on the 6 3/4 inch side. That piece is done. Then on the large piece, we're going to score it on that 11 3/4 inch side at 1 inch, at 5.5 inches. I already scored this one. At 6.5 inches and at 11 inches. And then we're going to turn it and score at 1 inch down at the bottom. Then we're going to take the 10 3/4 by 4.5 and we're going to score it at 6 1/4, at 8 1/4, and at 10 1/4. Okay. We are going to need to cut some designer series paper here in just a moment, but let's go ahead and fold and burnish this. Okay. So that's like this is our accordion base. See how the bottom will be like that. Then we have another piece here that's the flap. So how this is going to work is these two are going to attach to each other. Okay. Then we have our box piece. Okay, so now what we're going to do is on the bottom here, we're going to go ahead and cut up to the intersecting score line. And then I like to wedge out. Okay. And then we're going to cut up the intersecting score line all the way along the bottom. And then on the square, I wedge. This just helps the box fold up a little bit more. And actually, hold on just a second here. Let's wedge that. I'm going to go ahead and cut off this right hand one because we won't need it. Because see how the box is going to go like this? Okay. Now we need to cut some designer series paper. Okay, so I want a piece that shows up here, and then I want a piece for the front and the sides of my box. Now we know the sides are 1 inch, so we need it 3/4 by 3 1/4. So let's do that. 3/4 by 3 1/4. And we're going to need 2 of those. So we know this side is 3 1/4. We need a piece that is 4 1/4. Oh, perfect. Throw that little tiny piece away. There's our pieces. Now at the top of this piece, I just want to come down enough to where it kind of tucks into my box. So I want a piece that's 3 inches by 4 1/4. So 4 1/4 by 3. Okay. Now we're going to adhere this all together. Okay. And then we'll decorate it up. So I like to add my designer series paper down first. Oh, I'm going to tab this side here too. That way I can get it on straighter. So I'm going to add my candy cane or my red stripe paper to the side here. Placing that right in the middle. Then I'm going to add my little pieces right there on the side. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this over. I'm going to add glue to my tab here. Get glued up here. And fold this over. And you'll know if it's perfectly straight if it folds over perfect, just like that. So now this is our front. So I'm going to put that flap down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold in the back, and then I'm going to glue down my little tabs onto that back section, just like that. And now we can adhere our front. Okay, and what I like to do is then stand it up like this and run my bone folder down. So there's our little pouch that can hold hot chocolate, candy cane, and marshmallows. Or I was thinking a mug cake mix. Actually, it's probably wide enough that you could put both in there. Okay, then your piece that has just the 1/2 inch tab there, I'm going to tab this end. And where the tab is, that's the top, I'm going to add my green piece. Okay. And I'm just leaving a little bit of a border around it. Just like that. Now I'm going to tab the bottom piece of this too, because wherever I glue, I like to tab it in just to give it a clean cut look. Okay. What we're going to do is I'm going to fold that up. I'm going to add glue here. And then I'm going to add this right on top, making sure it's nice and straight down there at the bottom. And then I'm going to take my bone folder, Run that around there, and then we're going to do the same thing up at the top here and fold that in, okay? So let's add glue here. And then burnish down like that. There's that. Now we just want to glue our box to the base. Okay. Making sure to line that up. And then I'm going to run my bone folder all in there. And there's our base, you guys. Okay. Now what I did previously is I cut out, what I like to do when I do a project is I cut out a bunch of images. So I do I used the stylish shapes. I did some banners. I cut out some of the candy canes that were in the paper. And then I started to put this one together just because I didn't know I was going to film it. And then I'm like, oh no, you should film it. So what I also did was, remember that die I showed you guys using the glimmer cardstock? Let's see if I could find it here on my desk. I've got so much stuff on my desk. Oh, I can show you on one of these. So this is one of my card bases. I kept some of the pieces that cut out and I just added them to a circle here, okay? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to layer this on here like this. And then I also had pre-stamped Christmas cheer from this set on there. And then I also have 2 candy canes I put together and added ribbon to. So that's how that's gonna go. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna glue down my candy canes. And then we're gonna add the circle with dimensionals. Okay. Okay, so first I'm going to glue my red circle down that I stamped Christmas cheer on. And I'm going to put that kind of just at the edge there. And I accidentally got a little black mark there, but it's perfect because I'm just going to cover it up like that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and add some dimensionals down on my circle here. Sorry I pre-decorated this. I started to do a video, messed it up, and then was going to just remake the project. And I thought, why don't you just remake the project on camera and leave out the decorating piece because it's pretty self-explanatory. So I told you guys what I did. There, I like that. Just like that. So there is our little gift tag. And see, I like how this layers down where it shows the Christmas cheer. And then let's add a couple little rhinestones. Or actually, those would be pretty on there too. Let's do that. Don't stick there. there we go. That just finishes off the project for me. So like I said, you could fill this with hot cocoa, a mug cake mix, and like a little wooden spoon. But I think that's a cute little project, very simple to make. And I thought it was great for one of the 12 Days of Christmas projects. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, my friends, I will see you later. Bye-bye.